Welcome back, YouTube. It is a great day to be different. So that's what we are gonna do today. Yes, sir. I'm gonna show you guys how to be different. We have a mid fade. I know I've done a lot of drop fades on this account, but as you guys can see, this one is going to be a mid fade without the contour drop in the back. It's gonna go straight all the way across, no contour shape. And first things first, we're gonna brush comb lay everything down, and then we are going to start debulking. As you can see, we also use clips to separate the long hair on top so that we can fade the bottom and get a better view of what it is we are going to be attacking. So as you can see right here, one guard all the way open, gonna give us that 1.5-ish length, and we're gonna go with the grain all the way around. So it is a mid fade. We know that we're gonna be balding out, so as you can see, I'm not going to debulk the entire head, simply because I know that I'm going to be balding out anyways. Here goes the claw method. It's gonna give me that same length all the way around. It's just a little bit more precise in my opinion to knock that edge up down. Then we're gonna hit it with a little bit of holding spray. It's gonna allow the edge up to freeze so that when I come back, as you can see, he don't really have much of a lineup. He didn't have too much to work with. So we're gonna use the holding spray to freeze as much of that front end as we can. That way when we come back, it will give us that nice ash mark. And it'll also help me eat through the lineup when it's time. So next step, we're gonna start the balding process. This is our very first guideline. And we're gonna walk that all the way around. Would not recommend punching this in with your sharpest liners in the toolbox. Makes no sense. Makes it way harder to get it out later on. So we're just gonna punch that in with these JRLs. These balled out very, very nicely. Next step, no guard all the way open. We're gonna go up about 1 inch. We're gonna do this all the way around the head, following our initial guideline. The neater the better. If you have to go over certain spots more than once, highly recommend. You want it to be nice and even. Next step, 1 guard, 2nd notch, as you can see down there at the bottom right. And we're gonna go up about another inch. We debulked with the 1 guard, so we should not have to go any higher than this 1 guard, which I'm gonna show you guys in this video. Still following our initial guideline all the way across. 1 guard, 2nd notch, another inch. As you can see, here goes our bald line. No guard all the way open, and then that 1 guard, 2nd notch. You have your 3 guidelines. Then we're gonna open that all the way open, that 1 guard all the way open, and we're gonna start our detail process. So to knock out that 3rd guideline, we're just gonna open the 1 guard. Again, we debulked with the 1, so we should not have to go any higher than this 1 guard. Using your corners, tilting the clipper, and attacking the dark spots. I noticed that 1 guard wasn't doing the best, so it's important to have different techniques. So we're gonna use this claw method, which is not really going to make it less dark, but it's gonna allow me to help lay the hair down, and it will debulk and blend just a little bit better. So after we use that claw method, get it how I want to, we're gonna move on to the next step. We're gonna keep that half guard on. We're gonna start off closed, attacking that no guard all the way open line, our 2nd guideline, working away midway, and then eventually all the way open, as you can see right there, and they're fading right into each other. After that half guard, we're gonna snatch that half guard off, move on to the next step, no guard, start off closed, work our way midway, and then eventually all the way open as you work your way up. And you can see it all blends in. And really, I didn't even really need a 1 guard for this haircut. I could have just used the half guard for the entire thing. But this is as simple as it gets. Boom. Here goes the back and the other side. I'm gonna let you guys have it, and we will be back for the edge up process. All right, welcome back to the edge up process. We're gonna start right in the middle, and as you can see, remember we did use that hairspray, which is gonna help me create that ashy line like I mentioned earlier in the video. We're gonna walk it to the left side, tapping and going, and then we're gonna walk it to the right. Starting in the middle, walk it to the left, and when we want to walk it to the right side, we're gonna go back to the middle and walk it to the right. Tapping and going. Very important to have some decently sharp liners. It's gonna make a huge difference. We're gonna make sure both sides are even and they match, especially because they didn't really have too much hair in the middle. So we wanna make this as sharp as possible before we throw the enhancements on there. We're gonna attack that vertical bar. Slap some pencil on it for some contour. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. As you can see right here, we're gonna attack that vertical bar and smack some pencil on it for some contour. There you go. Making sure it is all even. And there goes the natural lineup, and then we're gonna move on to the enhancement process. So we're gonna start off with a wet foundation first. Using the 245, it's gonna allow the dry enhancements to stick to it. So we're gonna lay the wet foundation, so that way when we come back with the dry enhancements, it will stick to it and it won't run off or fly off. Especially me, I like to keep a fan in the shop. It will blow the enhancements out. We need something for the dry enhancements to stick to. So, and also we're moving in sections because you want the wet enhancements to still be wet while you apply the dry, as you can see right there. So we're moving in sections. Wet enhancement first. It's gonna allow the dry to stick to it. Dry comes right after the wet for some longevity, and also the dry gets rid of the wet reflection. That's very important for videos and cameras. Videos and pictures. Anything that has to do with a camera. You throw the wet foundation, it gets real shiny and reflective. It doesn't look so natural on camera or when you step outside of the barbershop and the sun hits it. It gets real reflective. So we throw the wet down first. Follow up with the dry. Dry gets rid of that wet reflection. Looks a lot more natural on video, in pictures, and in real life. So also allows layers so that way your edge up will last a little bit longer. Even then, like, the wet foundation is a little bit darker than the dry enhancements. So as you can see, closer to his roots, his hair is a little bit darker than the tips. Pause. And that's kind of what I did here to create that natural look, right? I put a darker wet foundation, and then I used a lighter dry fiber to create that natural look, in my opinion. So, but as you can see right here, we're gonna keep moving on. We're gonna throw some hot sauce on it. This is gonna allow me to push that pencil over to give it that razor blade effect. As you can see right there, same thing on this side. Hit them with some hot sauce. Make sure it's nice and wet. Use your trimmers to push that pencil over, just like that. Give it that razor blade effect without having to use an actual razor blade. This is very important for those newer barbers who aren't comfortable with a razor, but want to give that razor look, or maybe you just don't want to use one or you don't have any more. Very important to know that you have a different technique out there to give you the same look. We're gonna throw some more hairspray on it to get that dry fibers to completely hold. We're gonna hand them the mirror. We're gonna get the yes, the nod of approval. And you guys remember exactly what it came in looking like. Yes, sir, you guys remember. What he come to do though? Came to be different, man. Sheesh. Yes, sir, it's back to school, man. Anybody out there want to send their kids to come see your boy before the school starts, get them nice and fresh, send them my way, man. I do undercuts. We love the kids, man. Appreciate you guys for staying tuned. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Do whatever you guys got to do to keep me on your timeline, man. It is Kriispy, and that is Kriispy. We out of here. Peace.